Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Clifton Pettyjohn. I'm a purpose strategist, author, transformation coach, spiritual leader, radio host. I provide ventilation through coaching, speaking, and consultation. I just want to get on today just to talk. There's no set topic we're going to talk about. My therapist has told me to use my platform a little more to express myself and some of the personal things that I have going on. And, that's kind of hard for me. I don't mind being vulnerable to a group of people. Matter of fact, I think I've spoken about this before. I'm very comfortable speaking in crowds of people. I used not to be comfortable speaking in crowds of people, but I love that face-to-face interaction. There's something about that face-to-face interaction that I love. I love being able to walk up to individuals and just hold the conversation to them, either while I'm teaching, while I'm speaking, or whatever it is. I love that part of what I've been created to do. But one of the hardest things for me to do is to become vulnerable in front of a camera. And I don't know if it's because it's going out to more people. I don't know if it's because it's more of an intimate setting, like I'm just sitting here looking at myself on the screen. And although I am a great thing to look upon on the screen, oh man, although I'm a great thing to look upon on the screen, it's still very uncomfortable with me. And this is one of the things why I don't record much. And I'm working on that. I'm working on the reality of this is what I need to do in order to experience success in this season and to get past some of the things that I am going through right now. To be very transparent and very honest, right now I'm fighting a battle of depression. I am in therapy again. For those who may not know, I host a monthly radio show, Transformation Radio. About a couple of months, I had a mentee of mine on. She started talking about domestic violence, and then we got talking about other things, and then she started talking about therapy. And as she was talking about therapy, it was like something clicked inside of me that I needed to go back to therapy. I was in therapy some years back after my divorce and some other things that had happened, and it was great for me because it helped me connect with some things that I had detached myself from all the way back to my childhood, and it began to help me understand why I made some of the decisions that I made, why I acted some of the ways that I acted, why I disconnected from people the way that I disconnected from people, why I keep myself at bay from people in certain situations. It helped me realize all of that, and it gave me the tools and the techniques that I needed to forgive people and to forgive myself. And I'm still working on that, guys, because it's easy for me to forgive other people, but it's not always easy for me to forgive myself. So I'm still working on that area, but I found myself, as I said, having to go back to therapy. And I remember I went in the first session and I was telling him, I don't even know what I'm here for. I said, I know I need to be here. And I explained to him the situation about the radio show and how the young lady had heard the conversation with her, had, urged me to contact him. And we just sat and we began to talk, and then I began to understand exactly why I was there, because I found myself back in a similar state that I was some years back, but this time it was a little different. This time it was a little more severe, and I realized that what had happened was, and this is with ministry too, what had happened was, although I had got my deliverance, although I got my breakthrough, if we want to talk about from a therapy standpoint, I didn't do much with the aftercare in order to ensure that I kept what I got. Did you hear what I said? I hadn't done much with the aftercare to ensure that I kept what I got. Some of us think that the deliverance, whether it's coughing in the towel or from a purging standpoint, or crying, or just making a declaration that that's the end of it. But the reality is that's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of the fight, because now you are going to begin to experience some of the same things that you've experienced before, but now you're experiencing them from a different place. And if you don't build yourself in that place, what you're going to find out is you're going to find yourself going back to that place that you have become comfortable with. Sorry, guys, my nose is itching, but you'll find yourself reverting back to those comfort zones. And anytime we revert back to the comfort zones, we begin to invite the mentalities, the psychologies, the theologies, whatever ologies, methodologies back that got us in the state that we were in the first place. So I find myself back in therapy once again. And I find myself at a place, and I was talking to him, even about working out. I said, I know I need to work out. I love to work out. Once I get started, well, I can't say I really love the working out process. I love the results of working out. There we go. I love the results of it. I said, I know I need to do it. I know it's beneficial for me. I know the health benefits connected to it. I said, but I just find myself not being able to do it. And this is where we begin to have a very serious conversation, because this is where he began to ask me my philosophy on medication. Just a transparent moment, If the coach can't be transparent, then how can we expect other people to be transparent? But he began to ask me my philosophy on medicine. Now, anybody that knows me, I don't like medicine. I don't. It is a very last resort. Even if it's simple as a headache, I'm going to sit and endure that headache until it's that last moment to where I must take the medicine. If I can't sleep it off, then I need to take it. And we got talking about pain management. We got talking about managing various different things. And we talked about chemical imbalances and all that great stuff that goes along with it. And one of the things he was talking about was understanding that a chemical imbalance doesn't make you weird or doesn't make you strange or doesn't make you awkward, but understanding chemical imbalances, we can have those throughout our entire life. And I was laughing because many times when I talk to him, it's kind of like me, I'm used to being in his role talking to somebody else. So it's kind of, as he says, I tend to solve my own problems. He said, I just have to sit here and listen to you and get paid for listening because you end up solving your own problems. But one of the things that I began to realize was there are so many people that are out there that are in need of medicine and it may not be long term. And I know, all I need is God. How about Shah? Y'all listen, there are some things because of the human nature in us that we limit what the Creator is able to do. Because there are some truths about us that sometimes we're just not ready to face. And it's my belief that sometimes we need things to help us, maybe for a short period of time, but help us to get to that place where we can now be open to receive more of what the Creator is trying to do for us. I talked to somebody this week, and this is why I'm getting on and discussing this subject, because I had a conversation with a young man this week, and he wrote me, and I did not know him, and he was talking to me, and he said he was really going through some things, and he didn't know if he could share those things with me. And whenever anybody tells me that, I always say, listen, you don't have to share it with me. I'm praying for you. I'm here if you need me. Understand, blah, 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 blah. That's how I go. Because I don't need your information in order to help you through what you're going through. That's not what I'm attempting to do. I'm not attempting to collect data about you so I can use it at a later date or so that I'm in the know. I don't need to know. So he starts talking and he's like, he just doesn't know if he can share it with me. Well, anyway, he ends up sharing it with me. And I told him, I said, well, have you ever thought about therapy? And his response made me cry. It really did. It made me cry. He said, no, because I believe God is a deliverer. And I started to think, where did we go wrong in making people think that therapy isn't a part of the deliverance process? Or therapy can't be implemented in the deliverance process? Where did we go wrong as a culture to make people feel as if therapy is the enemy? And some of it is because of that. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Some of it is therapy is for white people. We don't do therapy. Not our people. We don't need therapy. They're crazy. They need it. Y'all, when we know that sometimes our culture, we make some of the craziest decisions. We make some of the craziest decisions that could ever be made. No, it may not be at the extremity that we see other people make it, but some of the decisions, some of the beliefs we have and the principles we live by, we need to be in therapy because of those very things. From an honest standpoint. You might say, not me. Well, hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. But I'm talking to those that are out there that you've been seeking God for deliverance and for various things in your life for years, and you've tried it the same way over and over and over and over again. And those same ways are getting you the same results. I'm coming on here to encourage you to try something new. Now, I'm not telling you to lose the foundation of what you believe, because I know God's a deliverer. I know God's a healer. I know who God is personally. I've experienced it from a physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual standpoint. I know who the Creator is to me. I know who Abba is to me. I know those things. But I also know that therapy was also used to help enhance my relationship with the Creator. It helped me reconnect with some of those things that were lying dormant, or some of those things I locked away in a box or locked away in a closet, or that I just chose to ignore. It helped me connect with those things so that I could prepare myself for deliverance. And that's a whole nother conversation, because there is a responsibility that we have to prepare ourselves for deliverance, to prepare ourselves for healing, to make sure that we are ready not just to receive it, but to maintain it as well. So I just got on here, just to share that I'm at a space in my life where I'm open to trying new things. And for me, if you know me over the years, for me to be open to try new things is a big deal for me. I'm really taking some leaps. I took in December, I made up my mind. This was going to be the year where I did not say no to things that I normally would say no to. I would say yes, as Shonda Rhimes gave us that blueprint for that, to say yes to things that I normally would say no to. And many people, when I told them that, took that as business ventures or ministry opportunities, but it also was for some inward work that had to be done. And I'm on a journey right now, working some things out within myself. I don't care about my gift. I don't care about my talent. I don't care about my ability. I don't care about my ability to be to prophesy and be accurate. I don't care about my ability to pastor. I don't care about my ability to apostle those that have mandates and calls and ministries in their lives. I'm not caring about any of those things as it relates to the stability emotionally that's inside of me, because I don't want to bleed on a people that I'm supposed to be stitching up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm getting on just to encourage all of you. Now, Cliff, you saying we all need therapy? I do believe we all need therapy. Now, it may not be conventional therapy. So you saying we all need medicine? That's not what I said. That is not what I said. That is not what I said at all. Okay? But we all need to start to look outside of our box or our comfort zone or what we have been taught to believe, to see if maybe there is a solution beyond our perimeters that may be able to help us. So that's my encouragement to you. If you would like to discuss this even the more, you can reach out to me, either cpventilates@cliftonpettyjohn.com, or you can text help to 302-648-5544. Again, you can text help to 302-648-5544, and we can talk, guys. We can talk. We can strip it down. I don't care about your title, your position, your place in society, your place in church culture. None of that matters as it relates to your emotional well-being. So let's sit down, let's have a conversation, and let's get you to where you can be successful in all areas of your life. All right? Create a great day, walk with purpose, and by all means, execute your vision.